Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Last Homely Garden. It's ages since I made a video for the garden. I seem to say that at the beginning of every garden video, don't I? It's August and last night was a fantastic full moon. I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning because it was so bright and the clouds were so beautiful. It's impossible with the little camera gear that I've got to take really good footage of the moon and the night sky. But it was beautiful. So today then I've had a visit from the two people who help me in my garden now. Ant helps me in my garden. If you know Ant from his channel Ant's Country Life, or Anthony White, he comes and he helps me by cutting the grass and doing some of the heavy duty things that I find a struggle to do. But I've got help in the garden. I've had help all summer in the garden now from two people who are just really awesome. Camera shy, but awesome. So I'm going to tell you some of the things that we're doing. On this beautiful sunny day, the cat's come outside. She doesn't come out very often, but it's a gorgeous day today, a really beautiful late summer day. It's just gorgeous. So today we've been having a bit of a sort of a spring cleaning, autumn cleaning kind of day. Isn't this what gardens are like? You know, I sometimes think it's a bit like the tide. So the tide goes out and then it comes back in again. And so all the time what we're doing is trying to just keep some sort of a balance going. It's been an okay year in the garden, some good vegetables. I've had some fantastic Swiss chard and rainbow chard and leaf beet and some lovely cucumbers, all of that. That's been really great, and they're still coming. Courgettes too, a bit slower with the courgettes, they haven't been so great, but the flowers, there've been flowers, a bit hit and miss with the flowers again. The thing with a garden is you have to be out here all the time doing stuff to it consistently, and I'm not, because I'm really loving all the quilting stuff that I do, all the crafts that I do indoors and in the cabin, and so I don't really spend as much time out in the garden as I should. So I've got Jen and Annie who help me in the garden now, and they've just been here, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're doing today, because I got my sleeves rolled up today and came out and helped them too. It's quite a bit of tidying up before we can get to the point where it looks fantastic. We're going to have to do quite a lot of tidying, trimming, mowing, moving things to here, from here to there. So I've just been up to my local tip to take just stuff that accumulates. So I filled the boot with all sorts of detritus, and I've just taken it all up there and dumped it in the various places. So that's good. But we're clearing an area of the garden, the three of us, which has always been, it used to be marvellous. It used to be where I grew raspberries. My dad planted them, so that's how long ago that was, many years ago. They were autumn fruiting raspberries and they were fantastic. And it was really nice when the grandkids came. They would go down there and pick a few raspberries. But it got overtaken with weeds because it didn't get looked after, and so now that area there, we are clearing it all. The girls are clearing it all, and we're going to cover it over with cardboard now and wood chip. Now cardboard is a really good weed suppressor and a good mulch, and it's something that we always have loads of. I mean, you know, haven't we always got loads of cardboard? So they brought some today and I have loads, and what we're doing is clearing that bed there. We're going to cover it all over with cardboard, a layer of wood chip on top, and just leave it all winter long, just to sort of suppress the weeds. I have a lot of weeds in this garden. Most gardeners do, and we're not using chemicals to get rid of them. We're using hard work. So the other thing I've done this morning is there's been a place where I've just been storing old tree guards and old plant pots and bits and pieces. So I've put those in all the right places where they belong, and I've mown round that whole area there, so it really does look a lot better. It's very satisfying when you do a job like that, and you can look at it and see, actually, that looks fantastic now. So I'm going to show you around the garden a little bit. I keep looking because I'm feeding the birds on the window of the house here and also down by the pond. And the birds are just everywhere. Also, I have 4 apple trees in the garden. The one here is called a James Grieve, and this year's been a fantastic crop for apples. So it's absolutely laden with apples. That one, the apples fall really quickly, and what are the birds? The blackbirds. They love to come along, bounce along the grass, and they like to eat the apples, the ones that I don't pick up. Then the other side of the Agnes's swing, my granddaughter's swing, is a russet apple. And russets are, what would I say about russets? I find the flesh of a russet really hard and not very rewarding to eat. So I don't tend to eat those ones, give those away or make them into juice or something. But the trees behind the russet, the Discovery, I have 2 fantastic Discovery trees, and they're my favourite apple. And they're just coming beautifully ripe now. And so the way that you can tell if a Discovery is ready to eat, you just twist it on the stem a little, and if it falls easily into your hand, it's ready to eat. And if it doesn't do that, then leave it for a bit longer. Now, what I notice about the birds is, I have so many birds in the garden, and I absolutely love that. So you go to the Discovery tree to pick a Discovery apple, and it looks fantastic from the front, but round the back there's been a bird sitting on the branch there eating it all out, so it's all pecked out. It's quite amusing, and I don't mind because I have so many, so it's not like I'm short of apples. I've also got apples in the pavilion that were some are eaters and some are cookers, and they're coming beautifully now as well. And so they'll be ready to harvest soon. Far too many for me to do anything with, but I just put a basket of them by the back door and my neighbours can come and help themselves. So the beginnings of autumn then, the rowan berries, and I have several rowan trees around and about the place, but the rowan have been bright red for weeks now. It's almost like they can't wait to stride into autumn and get on with the year. I think I'd like them to slow down a little bit actually, but the rowan berries are just beautiful at the moment. And the other berries that are coming are the elderberries. Now they're just starting to turn from green just now, and the elderberries will be purpley black in a few weeks' time. And my son John and my daughter Martha like to come and make elderberry syrup that we can have all year round for coughs and colds. It's rich in vitamin C. It's a really brilliant thing to do, and John loves to make elderberry syrup, so we'll be doing that, I'm sure. So for now though, I have a big project that hasn't started yet that I'm doing with Ant from Ant's Country Life. And that project will definitely bring you along for that one. That's going to be so interesting. It's a whole area of the garden that's really overgrown, and we had a thought about it in the spring. And so we're going to do that as everything dies back down again and we start getting into autumn properly. Then Ant's got a plan to come and do that job. So for now though, I'm quite tired because I've been doing all this clearing and trips to the tip and all of that. But I'm probably going to spend a bit of time sitting by the pond this afternoon because we've got some big thoughts and ideas about what we're going to do with the pond with Jen and Annie and Ant. The lovely water lilies that Jen and Annie brought for me are in the pond now, and they're beautiful, and that's given all of us an idea that we should manage the planting round the pond to make it look sensational. So it's quite hard deciding what to cut, what to leave, what to remove, and gardening is a little bit like warfare when all nature wants to do is claim it all back again. And so we have been trying to work on an idea that would be fairly low maintenance. It's probably not possible to do low maintenance, but we'll have a go. Here's a job that endlessly needs doing. I have so much willow in my garden, And this area here really needs to be kept on top of. There are worse jobs. So before I settle down with some stitching in the cabin, just let me show you how the green roof looks now. I put a little post on Instagram saying it should really be called the yellow roof, because this green roof that we put on the cabin, Ant and I, last year, I was a bit disappointed with how it looked at the beginning of the year. However, these sedum are now covering the whole roof. They look fantastic. And there are just two species. I thought there were loads of species up here, but there are just two. This lovely yellow thing here, see a bigger one. And this beautiful little pink sedum. And the gorgeous close, tight leaves. Oh, yeah, they are leaves, aren't they? So I have a ladder that I've got at the back of the cabin, which the sole reason for it is so that I can climb up here and have a look at how fantastic. I'm only 3 high. I don't like ladders very much, but it does look really cool, doesn't it? I'm very pleased with it. I'd like to cover the whole house with a green roof, but I think that would be a crazy idea. Beautiful. I have to get back down this ladder now. Take my time. I don't like ladders. I better not film it. I'll just use 2 hands. Back down. So I'm going to go in the cabin and think about what I might bring down here to do. I'm really loving the windows. They're so lovely in the evening when the light is a little lower in the sky, and as we're coming into autumn when it's very sunny in here in the evenings. It's going to be awesome. And so, yeah, I'm going to settle down here with something to do in my lovely cabin. So thanks for watching. I'll sit down. I just post to the garden channel when I've got something to talk about. And there's been all this great stuff going on in the garden today. Really brilliant to have a good garden morning like I've just had. And so there are some other projects that I want to get on and do. But I don't want to add a load of stress to my life. There's already so many things going on that if the garden becomes another one, I'll just not enjoy it. So I'll do the garden projects when I can, with help when I can, and I'll share it with you when I can. So put your notifications on when you sign up, when you subscribe, because that way you'll know when the next video is posted. I have a proper posting schedule to the Last Homely House channel, which is every 2 weeks on a Sunday at 7 o'clock British Summer Time. And so there's always a video out then. But for here, no schedule, just when there's something to talk about. So I can see that the bird feeder is empty. So I fill that up every day. So I'm going to fill that up again for the birds down at the pond. And put the kettle on, I think.